Well, every venue that we go to is different. It's different sizes, and the backstage is different in each venue. So the setup of getting to this stage is sometimes confusing when we are in a show, in a venue for one night only, and so we're figuring out how to get to this stage, and the spacing for every number will be a little bit different depending on the depth of the stage. So it's interesting to negotiate that every night, and we have each other, and we know what the game plan is if we have more or less room in each venue.
Yeah, and on that note, Joe was saying how sometimes when we get into a new venue, sometimes we have things that are called one-nighters, where we're doing a show in City A, and then the next night we're going to be performing in City B, and then sometimes even the next day you're going to be performing in City C. And so kind of some of the crazy logistics that go into the tour is that everything that you've been seeing around here, everything that you see that's on stage, gets broken down that night after City A, loaded up onto our 5 trucks. We've got 5 big tractor-trailer rigs that transport everything, and we've got 2 buses that then transport the cast and the crew. And everything gets broken down, and then overnight they travel the whole time over to City B. That morning they get in when they can start getting, as soon as they can get in, and they start reconstructing the whole set. And I think it tends to take longer to set up than to break down. And then that night we're in City B, and then they do it all over again. So I always talk to people that I'm like, no matter how little sleep we're getting, we just shut our mouths, because our crew they are running on a fraction of the sleep that we're getting, and sometimes we're like, oh my God, we're so tired, and then, and we'll be sleeping on, we have what's called seat sleepers and floor sleepers. I discovered that I'm a floor sleeper, so it's just kind of some of that craziness. And are you a seat or floor?
I'm a seat sleeper. I fit nicely into
Yeah, so so it's just kind of with that tour life thing, I'd say like the bus, the Croswell is sort of the closest thing that we have to an apartment, or a shared apartment that we're all, staying in and stuff. And so everybody has their little area that you kind of live on that bus, because every hotel room is different. Every theater is different. This week, Jordan, Paul, Hassan, James, all 5 of us are in a dressing room, and then the next week, I could have my own lavish, open, like, oh, and there's a sofa there, and this, and then at other times, it's like all the boys in one room, all the girls in another room. That's all you got. So it's kind of cool to see all the changing stuff that comes with all the logistics that go into doing something like a national tour.